Canes took game 1, so the Isles needed one tied going home. Both teams have bad blood given last season and this year, as Nason dropping gloves against McLean 5 minutes into the game. This had playoff hockey written all over it. Carolina being all over the Isles early on, having the 9-1 shot advantage, but Mr. Palmieri, the crease nightmare, sneaks one past Anderson. I mean, if I were Anderson, I would definitely like to have that one back. Even the next Isles goal, just a bad defensive play. Cizikas stripping the puck and sending down the high middle for Horvat to rip it one past Anderson, making it 2-0 Islanders. Canes were all over the Isles, by the way, in the first period, but Varlamov has been keeping the Islanders in it. In the second period, Canes still pressing the Islanders, nevertheless finding themselves on the PK and another bad board play leading to Andres Lee alone in the front of the net, getting another one past Anderson, making it 3-0. Now 3-0 leading into the playoffs, you have momentum. Play the defensive style game you love to play. Surely it's boring to watch, but you're the Islanders. You need one tied going home. They shit the bed. As on a lethal Canes power play, the Isles failed to keep it out as Jarvis finds Jake to shake and who finds Kotkaniemi to bury one past Varlamov, who had no chance of saving that, by the way. He was just completely left open. It's just the Isles biting their own ass once again with how horrible their PK has been the entire season. By the way, when the second period ended, the shots were 22-11 in favor of Carolina. And the third period was even better for Carolina, as they absolutely murdered the Islanders in the shot department 17-1. And what a final 10 minutes of Canes hockey. Seth Jarvis rifles one past Varlamov, making it 3-2. Now 3 minutes left into the game, they pull their goalie as Snechnikov snaps one to Aho's stick, who does his best Crosby impression and deflects one past Varlamov, and the building was just going nuts. The game is tied, but the Canes weren't done as a broken play. Martin Hook, with a nice check on Dobson, catches Varlamov off guard and sneaks one past the post, making it 4-3 Carolina. And Carolina does end up getting the empty net as Jake Gensel, ex-Penguin who has a history with the Islanders in the playoffs, buries one. It pisses off Nelson and Palmieri. Seems like the empty net goals have been oddly heated topic in the NHL, but the Isles were clearly frustrated and makes you wonder, should the league just change the way entering the playoffs work? Like, if you're not going to change the format back to 1-8 or having an in-season tournament to decide wild card like the NBA, you know, to determine who's fit for the playoffs, because clearly Isles and Caps are not, they should just introduce a 3-point system, rewarding those who win in regulation who can keep up with the best and not benefit the loser point merchants in the season. I don't know, I have the Canes taking the Isles at 5. Might be a sweep with the way that third period went, because one shot is just unacceptable. Oh yeah, and the Canes pretty much quadrupled the Islanders in the shot attempts. I mean, they stood no chance against the force of nature in the Hurricanes. Just a brutal way to head home.